Well, good evening, YouTube. It's the fat lad on his bike, out and about again in a 20-mile-an-hour limit. Which, if I'm to be honest, I don't mind. They're alright. Gives you a chance to practice your slow riding, doesn't it? So after a week of feeling like a bowl of dog sick, warmed up slightly and poured into a sausage skin. Yes, it's been that much fun this week. Just eminently and ineffably tired. Neutral, always good, thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah, so taking Helga, the GS. Yes, I know I've changed her name. Taking Helga, the GS, down to the wetlands because I haven't been out on a bike for a fortnight. And this back road I'm going, oh, well, thank you, sir, that's very good of you. Thank you. There's a lot of these, you can only really go one way at a time, or one stream at a time roads around here, which means you've got to ride a little bit carefully, but it's not a major problem, is it, riding carefully? You live longer if you do that. So yes, having a little tootle because it's 10 to 6 and I can't get into the wetlands until 6. So I'm just taking me time. Bimbling, I believe, round the back streets of the area in which I live, as one does when one can. And it's all good. So here we are at the beginning, really, of what is going to be a new season. I'm hoping this is the first proper day of spring, because what a bloody awful weekend it was. Absolutely wazzed it down yesterday, and I mean wazzed it down. My mate broke down and got absolutely draked, poor sod. Here we go. Yep. And yeah, I wouldn't have wished it on him. Somewhere, there it is. I know you can't see because I haven't got a rearward facing front camera on, but this bloody face shield, as they call it in the States, or a visor, as we call it here in the UK, it's a bastard to get up. But never mind. I mean, I'm used to that. Being a man of a certain age, you get used to not being able to get things up very well. And off we go. I has priority. Woohoo! So yes, where was I? Bimbling, that's where I was. On the GS, not out on the big one tonight, on the K1600, because basically it was going to be too much of a fart to get it out of the garage. And I've missed the GS, I've got to be honest. We had intended, last weekend, the idea was that Chris and Bev and Jill and I were going to take the bikes over to the lakes on Easter Sunday. As it turns out, we didn't. We could have got there, that would have been fine. Getting back would have been absolutely ridiculous. Brilliant signalling, mate, brilliant signalling. Oh, go for it. That'll have generated some wind noise. So yes, visor back down, mostly down, windicating right, roundabout second, you not going back on yourself, water on the roundabout. It's kind of a checklist. Did you notice the slight of thumb there? You probably wouldn't see it. So yes, this is kind of one of the routes into the wetlands. There are many. Quite often you hear it said, but where is the wetlands? Well, it's a land where it's wet. Look it up on the interwebs. Google is your friend, apparently. And I know they have a site of webiness, which is all good. So they'll be on there. The rule is not before 6. It is now 5:54 by the clock. I've got approximately 1.25 miles to go. Okay. So if I do like 5 miles an hour, I'll make it bang on 6. I suspect there shall be a slight queue, a wait when we get there. But it's either that or it ends up being stopped, because the wetlands, I think it used to be called the Waterfowl and Wetlands Centre, I'm not sure. I think they're being quite strict about the timing. They don't want us dirty, hairy motorbikers in before 6. I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't disturb the ducks after 6. But anyway, that's their rule. It's their ball. It's their tennis court. It's their Wetfowl Centre. Waterfowl. Wetfowl? Waterfowl? Waterfowl. Spuggies that swim. It's their centre. So they get to make the rules. Bit like I make the rules in my house. With my wife's permission. And I've got her permission to tell you that. And there is a motorcyclist ahead of me going to the same place that I am, I would imagine, for he is windicating right, as am I. And it looks as though they're peeling off to go down. How marvellous is that? Oh, there's vehicles all over the place. Pulling away in a second because I'm facing downhill. Keep doing that. I'm going to have to stop doing that. Silly boy. That's what happens when you get rusty. But still. And here we are. We has arrived. As are many other people arriving. Look at them all coming in. Can you see them? Corking, so it is. Latest gators. Ah! It's the birds! Oh my God! If they're crap, we're all falling off. Ooh. Indeed, see you later. Alright. and off we go. That was a lovely evening. My estimation would be at least 200 bikes turning up, which is excellent. Most excellent. Bumps. It's a Honda. Definitely that. I'm not a speed demon, but seriously, you know, interesting look. So yes, it's all good. And homeward we go. And just in case the batteries and everything run out, because you never do know with these Panorama things, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching indeed. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, even if you haven't, subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section down below, and share it with all your friends. Thumbs up would be good, likes or dislikes. Apparently, and I don't understand this, I really don't. Apparently, both likes and dislikes help the channel. So if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Either way, it helps the channel, and it lets me know what you like and you don't like. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know. If there's things I do you don't want to see, tough, I'm going to keep doing them anyway. So there you go, like I say, thanks very much for watching. I have been a fat lad on his bike, and I'll see you next time. Until then, thanks again, take care, bye bye. Oh, just as a postscript, Ginge Cole, if you're watching this, good luck on Thursday mate, you'll waltz through your mod too. Looking forward to hearing that you've passed. Cheers, man. Bye.